The presentation of Rogers Community TV Sports.
Tonight marks the 50th anniversary of the BC Girls AAA Basketball Championship, a contest rich in history. Case in point, the 12 championships including 1998's thriller win by the Salmon Arm Jewels. Well, move over Salmon Arm. Tonight's chapter features a couple of rookie finalists, each looking to pick up their very first provincial title. The #1 ranked powerhouse MEI Eagles is speeding towards destiny on the strength of a 29-2 season record, including 4 wins against their Fraser Valley arch-rival Heritage Park. However, these said 2 losses were courtesy of Heritage Park. The Highlanders would like nothing better than to revenge their loss to MEI in the Fraser Valley Championship by besting the Eagles and taking home their first provincial title. The 50th annual BC Girls AAA Championship game. Tonight, 2 rookies into the finalists. It's the MEI Eagles versus the Heritage Park Highlanders. Welcome aboard, everybody. I'm William Davis, your host, and we are proud here at Rogers to bring you this great final. And it is, of course, the 50th championship and 6th time in a row that it's held here at Capilano College. Now, of course, to get to this final, it's a long and drawn-out season, and these 2 teams, both coming from the Fraser Valley, know each other quite well, and they know their opponents. And let's take a look at how MEI, their road to get to the final here tonight. And there you go. They came into this tournament ranked #1 provincially, and they had some pretty good games there. They came through this quite easily. And let's take maybe a note to make that Kitsilano was a great game, and many are touting that as the game of the tournament so far, although tonight's game might be a different story. There you have the 2nd ranked provincially Heritage Park team that went through a couple of easy games, but that New Westminster game, a lot of people had New Westminster pegged as a finalist here at the BC Championships in 1999. Heritage Park held on for that victory. So we have these 2 teams here for you tonight. And let's take a look, actually, at the comparison of the 2 teams, how they fared against their opponents and their respective stats as they made their way here to the final. And there we have it. Both teams, of course, got the point score. They've got that high-powered offense going on both sides, and some key players that we'll take a look at for you in a moment. But I think the key statistic here is the points against. Both teams are defensively very tough. They're smothering defenses that work hard and know what they're doing, and that is going to be the key to tonight's victory. As many people know, defense wins you championships. So there you have it, folks. And of course, there's their road to the finals. And to bring you down the road to the final game, we've got with us Terry Carlson and Kevin Cady. Kevin and Terry, these 2 teams know each other quite well, specifically in the Fraser Valley final, where MEI won 60-54, and I think this is going to be quite the matchup tonight, guys.
Well, right you are, William. This contest is sure to be like the 49 that preceded it. Just fantastic girls AAA basketball.
Yeah, it's been a really outstanding tournament, very closely matched teams throughout, and these are the 2 lucky ones who made it to the final.
The #1 and #2 ranked entering the tournament, and I guess that's what you always want, the 2 best fixing off at the end. Now, let's get started with our keys to the game. We'll start with MEI. They're ranked #1. And really, they've had a pretty easy road, and that leads us to our first key, Carrie.
However, they got to put together 40 minutes of basketball today. They've played good halves throughout the tournament, but they haven't played 40 minutes consistently. And against a strong Heritage Park team, they're going to have to do that. As well as the outside shooting. Heritage Park has a nice 6'3" center in there, ready to swat some shots away. So they're going to have to knock it down from the outside in order to be competitive in this game.
Okay, let's take a look at a couple of the key athletes on the team, and really all of the players on the team are great athletes, but we're going to look at a couple that are going to influence the game today, and the first one is their guard, #9, Dana Friesen. She's a player.
She is a player. She's outstanding. She's had a great tournament. She's averaging 10 assists per game as well as 14 points. She's got a bunch of steals. She plays both ends of the court very well.
And not only does she bring all the scoring, she brings a lot of leadership to the game. She's very poised out there. She sees the floor very well, and she can distribute the ball to the people who are in the open. And we had a chance to talk to her, and we wanted to find out what it's like to be the general out there on the floor, and maybe you know a little bit about that, but we'll find out what Dana said.
I know my players can score, so if I get them the ball, they're going to finish it. So for me, it's easy. I get a lot of assists because they do the work. It's nice to lead the floor because I know I can keep my team calm. I have a lot of confidence in myself, and the team just hangs on there with me.
The next girl that we're going to look at, Carrie, is from a long family of basketball players. Katie Hall is her name. Her father's the director of athletics at Trinity Western, and she has 2 varsity players and brothers that play out there, and she's having a great tournament. She's having an outstanding tournament. She's one of those players who kind of does it all. She battles. She, again, plays both ends of the court. Lots of steals, lots of assists. She's averaging 17 points a game and 10 rebounds. An outstanding double-double. She just works hard all the time, hits the floor after loose balls, and she's really, with her and Friesen, they're 2 real strong players, and definitely the keys to MEI. And as you can see her there on the screen there, she can get the height and get the elbows up a little bit too, which is what you got to do when you're trying to grab those balls.
I like steals. Steals are fun. Scoring's always fun. I like rebounding, whatever, everything.
And that's just, it's refreshing to see it. We should tell everybody at home we shot those yesterday after the semifinal game, so there was a understandable amount of jubilation amongst the players that we talked to. Now let's turn our attention to Heritage Park, and they're going to have a strong game. They're the underdogs here, and let's take a look at their keys. The first one for them is they're going to have to definitely pressure MEI. They got to try and get the basketball out of the hands of Friesen. She's so poised and calm, and pretty much any defense you throw at her doesn't seem to rattle her, so they're just going to have to keep some high-pressure defense on her and hopefully get her to pass the ball off. As well, they got to knock down their free throws and hit consistently from the outside. They've only been around 60% from the line, as well as about 33% from the field, and that's just not really going to cut it against a tough MEI defense. And these 2 teams are really, really closely matched, and both teams are going to have to shoot well. It's going to be interesting. It is going to be interesting, and a couple of key players that we want to focus on. You're going to see a lot of them tonight. Let's start with number 6, Michelle Smith. Michelle Smith. She's done, she hasn't had huge numbers. You can see a little bit of everything there again. A few points. She averages about 14 points a game, but you know what? She does it all. She just works hard. She doesn't really stand out too much, but she's one of those consistent players who does whatever it takes for her team to come up with the victory, and she's had a really good tournament. Not high on numbers, but she seems to get the job done. And if you're wondering, what is Michelle's favorite part of this game? And she told us. First, we're going to watch the shot. Does it go in? It looks good. I guess you'll have to wait to find out.
I love everything about it. It's the intense moments. It's these games. That's what it's for. That's why we're in the gym every morning at 6 o'clock. That's what we play it for.
Now, Dana Langford, of course, is a very talented guard with Heritage Park, but we're not going to talk about her because they have a young freshman, a grade 9 student, who's just had an outstanding tournament, especially a semifinal where she had 7 blocks, and I think her defense is going to be key, and we're talking about Julia Wilson. Julia Wilson's had a great tournament. Hard to believe she's only 14 years old. She's a big force inside. She changes up a lot of shots, and she's had some huge blocks. She's going to be a real key to this game as well. And not too bad for a grade 9 student, averaging almost 10 rebounds a game, as you get to see a little bit of Julia in action here. She knows get the ball and right away give it to someone who can handle it. Hand it off to Danny and she'll take off. We asked her about the keys to playing solid defense, and this is what she had to say.
I just have to keep my arms up, like watch what's happening around me, have a view of the whole court, and just look.
Okay, that's the stage set for you right now. We're going to join William Davis, and then Carrie and myself will be back with the opening tip-off. Take it away, William.
Thank you very much, guys. There you have it. The table is set, and we've got a couple of great coaches here tonight for you. Before we go to break, we're going to take a look at what they said. But for your information at home, Fraser Valley managed to send 3 teams here to the 16-team tournament, and the Port Moody team finished 6th here at the tournament. And of course, we've got the number 1 and number 2 seeded teams in the province here for you tonight. And in the province newspaper, they had, of course, for the 4th annual year, their naming of the Coach of the Year, and Bruce Slangsford from Heritage Park was named Coach of the Year. So let's take a look now at what Bruce and Tim Smith from MEI had to say, and then we'll go to break. Successful this evening.
Well, offensively, I think we have to take advantage of opportunities. We have to pass break where we can. Take advantage of 3-on-2s, 2-on-1s, and just put pressure on them defensively. Defensively, we have to stop Danny Langford. She creates lots. She likes to shoot the threes, so we have to get out on her past the three-point line. And, you know, we have to play tough man-to-man defense the whole game and not get in foul trouble.
Defensively, we need to be able to stop penetration, put pressure on their shooters, and get help really, really early. Most importantly, we've got to keep them off the boards. Their offensive rebounding is excellent, and we have to keep them off the boards.
BC AAA championship game here, and this year they talked about parity. The Salmon Arm Jewels, Terry Fox Ravens, or the St. Mike's University School Blue Devils could have won this tournament. They didn't even make this tournament. Talk about parity. But justice is served. The number 1 and number 2 ranked teams are here tonight, and in the Fraser Valley final, let's just remind you folks that someone by the name of Danny Langsford was held to 2 baskets from the field. Let's send it upstairs to Kevin Cady and Kerry Carlson for the call of the game, guys.
And we are underway. The 50th annual, the 50th championship game here in Heritage Park has the ball first. Moving down low, number 8, and there it goes up to the big girl that we mentioned in the open, Julia Wilson, on the offense, and her shot does not go. MEI is quickly down the court. Katie Hall, hard to the basket, over the double team, can't get it to go. The rebound grabbed by Shiloh Minor, and Heritage Park is away.
Both teams looking to pound it inside early.
Dana Langford, you'll see her controlling the play the entire game. She is a talented point guard. Down low now, Smith has it. Back outside to Minor, they give it around, and there's the big shot from Langford, and it's good for 3.
I don't think she intended that to go off the glass, but she'll take it anyways. Good job, good patience, working the ball around.
And that's the way to start the game. This is Cassie Bourne, who gives it quickly to Friesen. Friesen will take her time, as we mentioned in the open, a composed player. She's got Langford out in front of her. Down low they go, and here comes their attempt just out inside of the three-point line. That shot by Bourne does not go, and she gets the rebound outside. Inside they go, and there's a quick little jumper, and it's good for 2. Jody Skeels.
Both teams picking up a full court defensively. And now MEI's dropped back in.
Langford now gives it to Smith. Smith has got Friesen out in front of her. She gives it to Michelle Smith. Back to Shiloh Minor. Langford now being watched closely by Reimer. Inside they go, and that does not go. So 2 for the freshman, Wilson, and neither one will go. Maybe a little bit of nerves for the grade 9 student.
Little Danny Langford, 5'5", pounding it inside there on the drive. 3 people come over to collapse. Kicks it over to Julie Wilson, and she's got to be able to finish those. She's had 2 easy attempts inside and hasn't made them.
And there's the starting lineups for both teams, MEI and Heritage Park. Watch the 2 main guards, Friesen for MEI and Langford. And then, of course, Smith, the forward for Heritage Park, and Wilson will be key players in this, as will Katie Hall. There's Smith right now. It does not go, so 3 field goals, 4 now attempts by Heritage Park, and they cannot get it to fall. Unlucky on the offensive boards, and quickly Friesen is away with it. Good speed. She'll take it all the way, but this time she pulls it up. And there's Hall from just inside the three-point line. Does not go.
And another board by Smith. There she is. Said she does it all, working hard. Heritage has got to knock one down here.
That was an air ball sent up there by Kim Smith, and that time it's good.
Unfortunately, Katie Hall, excellent effort trying to save the ball out of bounds, but you don't want to save it under the basket you're defending, and landed in the hands of a Heritage Park player who converted.
Julia Wilson, the 6'3" grade 9 student that we talked about, and she is going to be key in this one.
Little miscommunication there on the pass.
It'll be inbounded by Kim Smith. Gives it right away to Langford. Back to Smith. Friesen out to guard her. She passes it to Michelle Smith. Shiloh Minor now with it. Langford being watched by Jocelyn Reimer. Langford kicks it out. That's a look. No, the defense got out there by Friesen. Driving to the baseline was Kim Smith, and she went out of bounds. So it's going to be MEI ball. The score, Heritage Park 5, MEI 2. Just to let everybody know, we're playing quarters here, 4 of them, 10 minutes each. We're in the first with just over 7 minutes to go. The Eagles now. Katie Hall has it.
Oh, almost an over and back violation.
Gives
Got
it
away
to
with
Friesen. Down low. Outside Reimer from just inside the 3, and it's good. A long 2 for Reimer.
MEI's done a good job of working the ball around. Everyone's had a few touches. And looks like they're looking to get their scoring from everyone, pretty much.
Good defense inside, but Langford throws up another 3. No luck under the rim, and the rebound, though, grabbed by Kim Smith. So early on, the board's being dominated offensively by Heritage Park, and that's Michelle Smith, and she rolls that off the hand like it was
Excellent.
easy.
She just went hard with that ball to the glass, and that was an excellent basket.
We talked about pressure early, and I would say Heritage Park is doing that. They're keeping the pace fast here. Friesen has it. Trying to go around Langford. She goes into the paint underneath. What a pass, but unable to convert. It's number 32, Jody Skeels, but she gets the rebound and puts it down.
Gets after her own board and powers it back up over 2 defenders. Excellent hustle, an outstanding pass.
Langford now will set up the offense, being watched by Reimer. Smith. She's got Katie Hall there. She goes inside, and they're going to call Katie Hall on the foul. That's the first foul we've had in the contest.
Yeah, but Coach Smith talked about early in his little pregame interview that he was a little concerned about foul trouble.
Well, let's take a look at it, Gary, and we'll see if we can see the contact.
Not a lot, but a little bit on the hand there. You never want to foul somebody out in the perimeter. Usually, because their chances of making it aren't that high, whereas inside on a layup, you want to hammer them because that's pretty much a made basket. But as I was saying, Coach Smith talked about MEI's foul trouble, and in the semifinal game, both Friesen and Hall had 2 fouls early. And unfortunately, they stayed out of foul trouble, but that can be a scary situation for a coach when your key players have foul trouble, you know, before it's even the second quarter.
Well, that second one was an air ball. So Michelle Smith goes 1 for 2. She was 11 for 15 in the semifinal, so she can get it done from the line. Really the only successful member of her team from the line in the semifinals. There's wide open underneath the basket. What a pass that was from Friesen as she hit Skeels. Skeels with 4 points now. We're all tied up at 8. Kim Smith. Friesen all over. She gives it to Michelle Smith. Katie Hall in front of her. And a steal by Jocelyn Reimer, and she'll take this all the way. No pressure, and it is in. Reimer with the quick hands puts her team in the lead for the first time in the contest.
Here we see the ball back in Danny Langford's hands. Hopefully she'll be able to set something up here.
Long 2, and it is good for Smith. Smith has 5 points. Skeels now. Reimer will not pull the trigger. They work it around. Katie Hall will drive hard to the hoop, throws it up, and it's good. What a basket by Katie Hall.
Nice strong take to the basket. MEI is really looking to spread the offense here early in the game.
They have the lead 12-10. Danny Langford. Smith is going to charge into the paint. What a move that was.
Awesome. I think she's feeling it right now. She's on fire.
Reimer making sure she doesn't go back over the line there. A split second to check down by her feet. Works out. Board now hard to the basket, and did she draw the contact? Yes.
I believe Michelle Smith is going to get called for that foul on the arm.
It's the first team foul for Heritage Park. It is Michelle Smith. And let's take a look at it.
Cassie driving to the basket, gets around Wilson in those long arms. And Michelle gets called for a foul. I'm not really sure why. She's standing there, arms straight up. Didn't look like a lot of contact there.
Well, the officials thought it warranted the call in that sense. Cassie to the line, and she goes 1 for 2. She was shooting well from the line in the semifinal game. She was actually 9 for 14, and she had an outstanding 30 points in that contest, as London had done a good job. And there's a long 3, does not go. The rebound And they're going to give it to, yes, it's going to be a foul
Wilson
on Julia Wilson. As the freshman goes up to get that ball.
Danny Langford getting a little unlucky on that three that rattles out.
That would have been her second of the contest. Reimer off the glass, doesn't go. Rebound is grabbed.
Heritage Park's lucky defensively in transition. They don't seem to be picking up their checks or getting to their zone spots quickly.
Number 13, Lindsay Bile, has come into the game for Heritage Park. Right now you're looking at Michelle Smith, and she gives it to Bile, and the little jumper's too long, but the rebound scooped up by Julia Wilson and controlled now by Heritage Park. Nice pass by Langford, and they do get it, and the foul. Lindsay Bile comes into the game and right off the bat gets a bucket.
Excellent dish by Danny. She probably could have easily put that one up there, but saw her teammate who had better position, higher percentage shot, and that was an excellent little left-handed dump off to Lindsay Bile.
And Lindsay Bile cannot connect on the
Wilson grabs the offensive rebound, back for two. Grade 9, hard to believe.
Wilson is pretty strong out there on the boards, and now if she can get the offense going, she is going to be a force in high school basketball for years to come. Jocelyn Reimer working hard in the paint, can't get the bucket, but she does draw the contact, and she'll go to the line.
She should have made that first basket. Here we see it, but she knew she was missing, went up hard for that board, and really got hammered. Still had a good chance of getting that ball to fall. Strong girl.
As we see Reimer at the line. That's it. Only made one trip to the line in the semifinal and was 2 for 2. They like Reimer for her defense. She's got very quick hands. Heritage Park now, Michelle Smith. Danny Langford, she is going to be the key here. And look at the speed as she goes by. Whoa, the underhand, but the rebound grabbed by Julia Wilson, and she draws the contact.
I guess you can afford to toss up those prayers when you have a 6'3" center in there ready to scoop up the offensive boards. Here we see, a little flip there. The best shot, but there's Julia Wilson up grabbing the board and gets hammered on the putback attempt.
So there is a substitution on the floor for MEI. Cassie Bourne is going to sit down, and Dawn Gosselin has come into the game. Look at the arc on that shot. Whoa. Julia Wilson had a little bit of bad luck near the end of the semifinal. Only went 1 for 6 on 3 trips right down to the wire. So I bet she was in here working on that last night. Goes 1 for 2. Her first attempt, and here come the Eagles. Gosselin, they work it around now. Friesen for 3, looks good off the back of the rim. Rebound grabbed by Lindsay Bile, and she'll get it to Langford, but off of the MEI player, number 11, Dawn Gosselin. So it's going to be Heritage Park ball. Good heads-up play there by Danny Langford.
MEI defenders are really hanging out, hassling the rebounder, so they make an outlet pass way more difficult and trying to keep it out of the hands of Danny Langford, who's doing a good job running the offense so far for Heritage.
And she has it now with Jocelyn Reimer in front of her. And look at that strip by Reimer. And she will take this all the way. Oh, and it doesn't go, but the rebound grabbed by number 12, Katie Hall.
Excellent job of MEI players hustling back. Regardless, it was wide open layup, but the team keeps hustling. You never know what's going to happen. Excellent offensive board.
17-17, that's the score. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. And another steal by MEI. And no, they're going to call a jump ball. The possession arrow will give it to Heritage Park.
So far, the game's pretty physical. The refs are letting them play, get after balls. And that's good for a final, because these girls are working really hard. You don't want to have all the little ticky-tack fouls called, and that just gets really annoying for the players and for the fans.
And it can really slow the game down, which nobody likes.
The refs take away the sort of players' control over the game, and they become more of an issue, which is never a good thing.
Kelsey Smith trying to inbound for Heritage Park as she has come into the game, and I guess it went off of Julia Wilson and out of bounds, so they're going to give it to MEI. No, I'm incorrect. They're calling the foul on Skeels. Fourth team foul now for MEI. Minor with it to Langford. Langford being watched by Enns. Now Langford once again drives into the paint and causes the foul, and you see the two MEI players looking at each other, Skeels and Enns.
I think Skeels gets called. Yeah, Skeels gets called for it. She's stepping in, trying to help out. Here we see her trying to slide in. Got the little leg in there, little hip check. So she definitely fouled her, and here's Danny at the line.
And she gets the bounce, but it goes.
Certainly got a forgiving rim down at this end.
Langford had an outstanding tournament, 17.3 points a game.
She's really played great. Offensively and defensively, she's really set the tempo for her team, and she's only in grade 11, so I think we'll see her back here next year with this young crew.
Enns has it. Inside they go, and almost, oh, it is. Lost the handle with Skeels, and that's a turnover, and we mentioned that in the open too. The Eagles have turned the ball over more than Heritage Park, and that's going to be a key. If Heritage Park can provide the pressure that time, that shot by Michelle Smith does not go, and the Eagles are away. But look at that full court pressure being placed now by Heritage Park. Friesen penetrates, out to Enns, turns, they go inside, and there is going to be a foul as Dawn Gosselin tried to get the ball up and was met by contact.
Looks like there was almost a clean strip there, but MEI doing a great job of working the ball around. Real unselfish dish here. And yeah, she got hit by one of the three there. Pick one.
Well, they decided to give it to Shiloh Minor, number 8. And the first one is good for Dawn Gosselin, her first trip to the line here in this final. Kim Smith is coming in, and sitting down, taking a rare break is Michelle Smith. She played all 40 minutes in a couple of these games. 2 for 2. Dawn Gosselin with the touch from the line. And we're all tied up at 19 with a minute to go here in the first quarter. Langford, there's a clean look, and it's pushed off, does not go. The rebound, though, grabbed by Shiloh Minor, and she puts it down.
Excellent board. She might have high for that one over a bigger defender, and a great putback. Both teams really doing a great job rebounding, playing real aggressive.
Friesen has it. Gosselin penetrating the baseline. Look at the hand up there, and she got all ball, but it went out of bounds as Julia Wilson, that's the first time we've seen her get some ball. And she made a living down there against Lambrick Park. 7 blocks in the semifinal. And that time it went off of, still controlled by Heritage Park. Here comes Langford.
Shiloh Minor got a piece of that one and retained the possession for her team.
Langford with all the moves. Outside she goes and gives it to Kelsey Smith.
Dana Friesen did an excellent job beating Kelsey Smith to the low block there. A real quick feet. She's a great defender.
All-round player, Friesen, and very well-spoken, as we saw in the open. And that time it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Skeels. So down in the offensive end, Heritage Park having a little bit of trouble here inbounding. They lead 21-19. They would love to get another bucket here as we get ready for the quarter. Shiloh Minor, and what's with this Heritage Park team and these underhanded shots? That's about the 4th one we've seen.
I don't know. Maybe she heard that whistle blow and tried to flip it up there real quick so she'd get 2 shots. Here we'll see it. Driving hard to the hoop. There's Jody Skill stepping in there again. Good attempt. She's not getting there early enough, and she's still moving when the offensive players driving to the basket. So she's going to get called with those if she keeps doing that all night.
This is Minor's first trip to the line. Big bounce, and it goes good. Things are looking like they're going Heritage Park's way here in this first quarter.
Definitely using all of that rim.
The grade 11 student, 5'7". They sure like the high arcing shots. 2 for 2 for Minor. Her team's up 23-19. Katie Hall runs into the double defense and a traveling call on Friesen. And we saw that a lot in the semifinal and always around Julia Wilson for some reason.
Well, I think that she was trying to figure out how she's going to get around that wingspan of Julia Wilson, and couldn't quite figure it out.
And into Wilson they go. Oh, look at that. Oh, and just no finish, but what a great play.
Really unselfish play. Oh, near steal.
And that is the end of our first quarter, and the score is Heritage Park 23, MEI 19, and we're looking at a little bit higher scoring than I perhaps thought.
Yeah, it's been a pretty high octane offense. Both teams really pushing the ball. However, I'm a little surprised. Well, not really surprised at all the little misses inside. I think that's probably, you know, counted towards nerves. First quarter, both teams a little nervous probably. They've never been here before. And, you know, I think that's why we're seeing a lot of little missed shots inside. But I think both teams are going to settle down, and they're starting to get into a little bit more of a flow right now.
Okay, Terry, we're going to check in. You at home can enjoy this little bit of William Davis.
Thanks, guys. I'm up here with the Heritage Park, what do you call it, Heritage Park Hound Dogs or what?
Raging Scots.
The Raging Scots of Heritage Park. And I'm with Andrew and Warren, who are the co-creators of this fan club. Tell me a bit of how it started, boys.
Well, last year, I was in grade 11, Warren was in grade 10. And we just started dressing up, and slowly, everybody else came along with us.
You started out with pots and pans and anything you could find, and then you went to Value Village and bought yourself some kilts?
Yeah, a whole bunch of stuff, anything we could find.
All year you guys have been following these guys. Are you pretty proud of your team?
Oh, very proud.
So tell me something, boys. I got to ask you the obvious. Who's going to win this one?
We are, definitely. Sure.
I said, who's going to win this one? Back to you guys downstairs.
I don't know, Carrie. We couldn't see William from the waist down, but was he wearing a kilt?
I don't know. What has Scotsman wearing to those things anyways? Do we know?
Oh, we'll get William to ask. I'm sure he's found out by now. Back to the action, folks. 23-19 is the score. We just started the second quarter. And a foul on Shiloh Minor, her second personal foul. Team foul number 5, and that's going to send Katie Hall to the line, her first trip. And she rips it off the back of the basket. Katie Hall had a little bit of a cough and some sniffles there yesterday. We're wondering if that was going to affect her play today, but so far she's got 7.
Doesn't look like it's bothering her at all.
The other player we're concerned about was freezing. She got her foot stepped on in the semifinal and quite a bit of blood, but she seems to be moving around okay.
You feel no pain in this kind of game.
Minor. This is Michelle Smith, hard to the basket, puts it up with the left hand, and they're going to call the offensive foul.
Good job of John Gosselin getting there early, stood straight up, wasn't moving, and did a good job of taking that contact, drawing the offensive foul.
23-20 now. MEI with the ball. Hall to Ents. Ents having trouble finding the handle. Good defense by Heritage Park. Reason. Down low to Gosselin. Inside they go to Ents, and the shot does not go. They're going to call the foul on number 7, Kim Smith. That'll be her first, team 7. Now we got another look at that.
I don't think they... Yeah, she was overplaying, trying to go for the steal, and she missed it. I don't see any foul happening. Especially when there was no real advantage. I mean, she didn't affect the offensive players really positioning her shot or anything, so I don't think that's a call that should be made, especially this.
And Katie Hall seems to have found her touch from the line. She's 3 for 4 now, and she's got 7 points. Michelle Smith for Heritage Park. Gives it to Kim Smith. Wilson back out to Minor. Michelle Smith. Shiloh Minor now, nowhere to go along the baseline. Inside they go to the big freshman, and she will draw the contact. Dawn Gosselin will be called for the foul, and that will send Julia Wilson to the line for the second time.
Julia Wilson has to make herself available for the basketball. She did a good job cutting back to the basket. She's got to look to score so that she can open up the perimeter for the likes of Danny Langford to toss up a few more points.
We haven't really seen any perimeter game yet. 1 3-pointer, but most of the stuff has been inside from Heritage Park.
MEI's doing a really good job closing out on the shooters. That's what Coach Smith talked about. He wanted them to close out the shooters, get a hand up, and they've been doing a good job of that so far. So forcing Heritage to put the ball on the floor.
Julia Wilson, 1 for 4 from the line, and that's got to affect you when you're a rookie like she is. You'll have to just get back in there and get the confidence and put it out of her mind. Right now, MEI's got the ball. They trail by 1 point, and no, it does not go. Rebound by number 12, Katie Hall. And she will go to the line for an attempt at a 3-point play. That foul is going to be on Julia Wilson.
Number 20 of Heritage Park, Julia Wilson, her second personal team foul, number 8.
Julia Wilson with 2 fouls. That could affect the type of defense she plays for the rest of the second quarter. Perhaps we'll see a sub come in for her. She might be a little more tentative and trying to swat away a few shots in case she gets called for that third, and she'll be sitting down for a while for sure.
Langford now. We haven't heard much from her in a while. MEI has the lead, 25-23. We've got just over 8 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Smith inside. Oh, and look at that. Cannot get it to go. Grabs her own rebound, puts it up again. And no joy for Julia Wilson underneath the bucket.
She's getting some good looks. Outstanding dish by Smith, and Julia's got to knock those down.
I think that might be another foul against Wilson. And if it is, like you said, that'll be her third. No, they're going to call it on number 6, Michelle Smith.
Well, that's definitely a good thing for Heritage that Wilson didn't get called for that foul. There was here straight up. Nice board by Hall.
There's the contact right there, left hand. And Katie Hall has taken over this game. She's got 11 points now. Make it 12.
Well, she's a senior. She certainly wants to leave going out on top. Some of these young Heritage gals, she knows probably have a chance of coming back here next year, so she's going to do everything she can to make sure her team comes out on top.
Oh, even if all of the Heritage Park team were graduating this year, I don't think it would make much of a difference.
Probably not. She's playing well.
Danny Langford's got to get her team going. They trail by 4, and there's a big bomb off the rim, and nobody can get the rebound except Jocelyn Reimer. And MEI is away. They've got a 4-point lead, the biggest one of the game so far. 27-23 is the score. This is Friesen. Driving the baseline, does not go. Rebound is scooped up by Langford. And Heritage Park, the Highlanders are away. She just gave it away. Langford wanted to go down low, and it was a no-go. She gave the ball away. Costly turnover. Friesen now slowing things down to let her players set up. She wants to go inside to Katie Hall, and she does not go, and the rebound is knocked out of bounds by Shiloh Minor of Heritage Park. It will be MEI ball and a fresh clock. This is Hall.
Oh.
You can't let her penetrate like that.
Up over 3 defenders. She's making it look real easy out there. Someone's going to have to do something to shut her down for Heritage.
The lead is 6 now for the Eagles. Just under 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Second quarter, I should say. Langford has it. Janelle Anson's in there on defense. Going hard to the basket was Langford, so she'll go to the line trying to do it all, take the game into her own hands.
Well, it looks like offensively they're getting a little stagnant, just sort of standing around the perimeter. When they've punched it in inside or when they've drove to the basket like Langford did that time, they seem to be getting the calls either with fouls or they're making the basket, so they got to keep doing what works for them, and standing out on the perimeter isn't working so far. Got to attack the basket.
Well, they've had a lot of misses by Julia Wilson, or they could be well up in this one.
Well, we had a miss there by Danny Langford. They got to stick these free throws. There we go.
They get the second one. So Langford's 3 for 4. This is all nice move to get around Langford. She gives it to Hans. Back to Reimer, and that is an air ball, and the rebound is grabbed by Wilson, but she couldn't control it. It went out of bounds, and the officials will award it to Heritage Park.
Like Jessie Bennett doing a good job of closing out on Reimer's shot and got a piece of that ball.
The lead is 5 for MEI over Heritage Park, 29-24. There's the score. Langford now working against Ans, and she pops it up. A good hustle there by Jessie Bennett, who's come into the game to corral that ball, or it could have been a costly turnover. Minor now to Bennett, and now Langford has it. No pick. Langford cannot get anything going. Trying to lose Ans, who's given her tenacious defense with the left hand, doesn't go, and the rebound, though, is grabbed by Bennett. She gives it to Langford. They have a fresh clock. The Highlanders now can take their time, and Langford once again penetrates in and doesn't get it to go. Loose ball, and it's grabbed by Katie Hall. And they're going to call a foul from the floor, and I believe that is Bennett that they're going to call that on.
There we see
Yeah,
a bunch of people fighting over that ball. Bennett diving in there, fouls Hall. Does a good job of hanging on to that basketball. 2 defenders around her. And we're in the bonus.
10th team foul for Heritage Park.
So MEI from this point will be shooting 2 free throws for every foul for the next 5 minutes and 40 seconds.
And right now, Katie Hall is on fire from the line. 7 for 8. Make that 8 for 9. Langford, the team trails by 7. No, that's Shiloh Minor. Julia back out to Minor, and the rebound grabbed by Julia Wilson again, and she cannot get it to go. She's grabbing the boards, but she can't make the shots. Goslin now.
Oh.
Off of the rim, does not go. Rebound now grabbed by Enns, and she tries and gets it to fall. Janelle Enns with 2 for the Eagles. Langford being watched by Enns, so she gives it to Minor. Minor throws up a little jumper, doesn't go. Rebound touched by Wilson, but she cannot control it. Now they got big pressure in on Janelle Enns, but she gets it to Friesen, and Friesen is away. Katie Hall back to Friesen, takes the lane. No, she dishes it off, and the shot is too long. Rebound grabbed by Wilson. She gives it right away to Langford. Big shot from Kim Smith off of the rim. Rebound grabbed by Shiloh Minor, and she gives it to Jen Nosk, who's just come into the game, number 4 for Heritage Park. Langford being watched by Ans, who is a solid defender. Hard to the basket, and great defense by Ans as she got a hand on the ball.
She's playing outstanding defense on Langford, pressuring her, getting her to give the ball up early in their offense, and forcing her to take some tough shots.
There's a one from well outside by Friesen, doesn't go, and that's a strip. Nicely done there by Kim Smith. She almost lost it as she threw the pass to Nosk. And there's a 3 that is going to be short. Shiloh Minor with it, and the possession arrow is in favor of Heritage Park, so they will get it. So we're going to see some substitutions coming in.
Here we see them fighting over the rebounds. Shiloh and
Minor just grabbed it from Friesen. Some substitutions. Kelsey Smith, number 11, and Lindsay Ball, number 13, have come into the game for Heritage Park. Katie Hall almost with the steal. Langford with a 3, and it's good.
There we go.
2 threes in the contest for Langford. They're the only 3-pointers that we have seen in the game thus far. Narrows the lead to 6. 33-27 is the score. Katie Hall gives it to Enns. That's a travel. Enns will argue her case, but it will do her no good. She better give the ball back. It looked like she took the hop to me.
Yeah, it was pretty sketchy. I think the ref was right.
Danny Langford now. Heritage Park trying to come back, and she dodges that man. Now we're seeing Langford take over the game here as she's trying to fire up her teammates.
She's really stepping it up these last few minutes.
Ends to Friesen. Katie Hall, there's the money player right there, and it is good for 2.
She's smiling, she's feeling it right now.
points for Hall.
Okay, can't miss right now.
Langford for 3, and it's good. This is turning into the Langford Hall show.
Why don't these two just have a shootout? See who wins.
Ends. There it goes and in. Number 11, Dawn Gosselin.
Heritage girls got to get back on defense. Too many easy transition baskets. Get fouled by Reimer. Didn't like that call.
Not happy about the call whatsoever, and it's going to send Langford to the line where she is 3 for 4 so far on the contest. Langford with 14.
And Julia Wilson takes a well-deserved rest, and Casey Clark has come into the game for Heritage.
And Langford makes it count. As you take a look at her, and it's good. So Langford, 5 for 6 from the line. 16 points for Langford.
Kim Smith has just checked in.
Kim Smith into the game for Heritage Park. Outside they go. Enns has it into the paint, throws up the jumper, and it doesn't go. The rebound is grabbed by number 32, Casey Clark. So Heritage Park getting some participation from the bench right now. Langford, nice move into the paint, dishes it off, and the shot does not go. But the foul, I believe, is going to be called on Friesen.
Excellent vision by Langford. A great little spin move in. Defensive help side came over and dished it off for Kelsey Smith.
37-34 in Heritage Park has got themselves right back into it. Kelsey Smith with her first trip to the line here. They trailed by 7 just a short while ago. It's been quite a run here by Heritage Park.
When you got Danny Langford on your team, you can knock down those threes. You can catch up in a hurry.
That sure makes a big difference. 2 for 2 for Kelsey Smith from the line after coming into the game, and they'll be looking for some rebounding from her now that Julia Wilson has sat down.
Oh.
Reimer going hard along the baseline. Knocks it out off of a Highlander player. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Katie Hall takes the feed from Friesen and puts it down. Langford, Reimer in front of her. You could see Enns coming over to help out.
Oh.
That pass was just a little bit too hot for number 7, Kim Smith.
Excellent attempt though, on little backdoor play. Just couldn't squeeze it.
Just over a minute to go here in the second quarter. 39-36 is the score. MEI Eagles on top of the Heritage Park Islanders. Friesen to Reimer, and Reimer makes it count.
Heritage has got to get that ball out of Friesen's hands, because she's just doing an outstanding job of pushing the ball up the court, creating advantage plays offensively, 3-on-2s, 2-on-1s, and they're scoring every time.
Langford.
Nice
Inside,
dish.
there's nobody there.
Oh, yeah.
Lindsay Bile makes it count, her second field goal of the contest. Langford has great vision out there. And being watched by Smith, so she goes back to Friesen for 3. Big bounce off the rim, and the rebound knocked out of bounds by number 11, Dawn Gosselin. So Julia Wilson has come back in, and number 4, Jen Noski, is in as well. So after a quick break, Wilson has come back in to try and dominate the glass a little bit. Noski. Langford. 10 seconds left to go here in the quarter. Langford with a long 3, and it's good. Unbelievable shot.
Oh my goodness. That was an NBA 3.
That was at least 3 feet outside of the arc.
Wow. Heritage sent up 2 screeners to sort of sandwich her defender, and go anywhere. She just decided to stop and pop it from where she was, which was way out there. What a shot.
Well, there's the score, 41-41. We're all tied up here after 2 quarters of play. This is going to be one heck of a Girls AAA Provincial Championship final. You're going to have to love that. And right now, I think we're going to be joining William Davis shortly. He's going to be talking to MEI Eagles head coach Tim Smith. And we'll just wait to get that word and see what the coach has to say. Take it away. Okay, William, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Coach, fast pace through the game. What do you guys got to do here in the second half?
We got to play defense like we're capable, not like we've been doing lately. And we can't let Danny have those threes, that's for sure.
Is she taking some from downtown? I mean, she can't be making those all night. Do you think, I mean, you guys let up usually, for this tournament, 45 points a game. You've already let up 41. Is that the key? And are you happy on the other end, the fact that you guys are scoring?
We should be scoring more than we have been. We let a lot of chances go. And yeah, we're attacking the basket, but we got to make some stops.
So it's all about defense in the second half and tapping Lanford. Coach, good luck. I'll let you get to your players. Thanks. There you have it, folks. The halftime score here at this yet another barn burner here at the BC AAA Basketball Championships. Your score at halftime is dead locked at 41. We got a great halftime package in store for you. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Your score here at halftime is 41-41. Coach, you guys came out firing. What do you plan to do in the second half?
We need to stop Katie Hall's penetration. It's one of our goals in the start of the game, and we haven't gone to her early enough, and we need to fix that majorly.
Do you like the pace?
I like the pace. The pace is not bad at all. They get a run, but I think it might wear them a little. We'll see.
So you guys look to continue, obviously, the offense?
Sorry, I can't hear in the noise.
You guys tend to, you want to continue playing this offensive style, pushing the ball?
Yep. I like where we're moving most of the time. We need to set a few more screens here and there. We got to move a little more. They clutch and grab a little bit, and it'd be nice if the refs could see it with a little bit of spacing and movement rather than just a little dancing.
Coach, have a great second half and enjoy yourself.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Kevin, take it away.
Well, thanks a lot, William. Interesting to hear the coach's comments. This is going to be one tough 2 quarters for both these teams, and it is going to be outstanding. Really, the story, there's a player on each team. Let's start with MEI, and it's got to be Katie Hall. She's having a fantastic game.
Katie Hall's got 20 points in the first half. She's done an outstanding job taking it hard to the basket. Here we see her get a nice dish up and over, long arms of Julia Wilson. Doesn't make it, but she's fighting after those boards and up again for 2. She's been hitting their 3-point play. She's going to the line. She's perfect from the line. She's working real hard, taking it hard to the basket.
Actually 8 for 9 from the line so far, which is almost perfect. And 20 points. She's really carried her team so far, as you saw her there. And we knew that from her comments before the game that this was a big one for her. On the other side now, you got to take a look at Danny Langford, and she's been lighting it up for her team, including 4 3-pointers.
Yeah, she's got 19 points. So the two of those players are really hitting it offensively. Danny hit early, then she was struggling for a bit. Then she started lighting it up again. Here we see her taking it to the back.
No, that's Katie Hall again.
Oh, Katie. Katie's just doing it all.
We had to show you another look at Katie because she's had such an outstanding first 2 quarters. But let's carry on talking about Langford. A little bit of a lull there, probably 3 quarters away through the half, but then she picked it up again.
She started attacking the basket, and she drew defenders, and she created contact, and then that seemed to also open it up a little bit for her outside game. And they've got to look to keep taking it to the basket, trying to initiate some more inside offense, and that'll open up the outside shooters and open up Danny for some more 3-point attempts.
Well, Langford is the only player to hit 3 so far in the contest, so let's take a look at some of them. They were outstanding. As we're looking, and here it is.
There we go. She's way out there.
And nothing but net.
She's taking those from deep, too. She's not, those aren't any wussy threes. Those are real deep.
Okay, we're back to the action here. 41-41, that's the score. MEI Eagles and the Heritage Park Highlanders doing battle to be provincial champions in 1999. Smith with it. She gives it to Kim Smith.
Picka Smith.
Picka Smith, and that's Michelle Smith with it right now, being watched by Katie Hall. Langford. Inside, throws up a little ball, well short, but the rebound grabbed by Shiloh Minor. A little bit of sloppy play there by Heritage Park. to open up the third quarter.
Oh, and good defense. Didn't see who it was, but somebody managed to get a hand on that ball, and MEI player knocked it off of her knee.
Smith into the paint, up, short, rebound, cannot be grabbed by Julia Wilson, and the Eagles are away. So a couple misses at both ends of the court to start this one. Cassie Bourne, number 7, back into the game for MEI. Be looking for her to put in some, and look at that by Katie Hall, going over 2 defenders for the points.
Katie Hall on fire to start this second half. She hasn't cooled off at all. That's scary news for Heritage Park.
There's a big 3 off of the rim, does not go, and the rebound grabbed by Skeels. She gives it to Friesen, and MEI is away. They lead 43-41. Bourne with a little jumper. First second field goal of the game.
Again, it doesn't seem like Heritage is getting back quick enough, or not slowing down the ball early enough in the backcourt.
Heritage has come out a little bit flat here. Oh, and Skeels puts it in from down low.
And they're picking up in it's like a 1-2-2 full court offense.
Bourne again, off the rim, rebound grab by Wilson. And as you'd expect from a grade 9 student, as soon as she gets her hands on it, she wants to give it to somebody.
Well,
and Langford's the one who gets it.
She knows her role, and she doesn't try and play outside of her game. Her game is to dribble the ball. That's what Danny's there for.
Grabs the rebound, and there's going to be a foul. They're going to call it on who was in there. Number 5, I believe. Yes, Jocelyn Reimer.
A little bit of a late call.
When we take a look at our stats there for the first half, Gary, you can see field goals pretty equal. The shooting percentage for MEI is well up over 42%. 3-pointers 4 for 10 that we mentioned, and there's your 3 pros. Rebounds similar, turnovers, everything else pretty equal. Wilson made her first one from the line, which is got to be a big relief for her. She can't get the second one to go as Cassie Bourne comes away with it. She gives it to Skeels. Skeels to Katie Hall. MEI lead by 3. Bourne penetrates, throws up the jumper off the front of the rim. Rebound is grabbed and secured by Michelle Smith. She has to pull it back. It's a good defense by Katie Hall. She gives it to Langford, and here comes Langford, being watched by Friesen. Smith to Langford for 3. It does not go. Rebound grabbed by Wilson. They're still all trying to get it, and Wilson comes away with it. And the possession arrow is in favor of Heritage Park again. And I think that's the 3rd jump ball we've seen, and all 3 have gone to Heritage Park. Must have missed one somewhere.
Did a good job off that Langford miss. Oh, just saw the end of it. Kim Smith, number 7 there, did a good job of keeping that ball alive and managed to bat it back up onto the glass, and that's where Julie Wilson had a chance to hang on to it.
Well, Julie Wilson had 7 rebounds. There's another 3 by Langford, doesn't go. 7 rebounds in the first 2 quarters, so she's well on her way to 10. Katie Hall, what a move to the basket by Katie Hall.
And an excellent pass by Dana Friesen, did a good job head manning the ball. And Katie Hall with an outstanding basket, made from behind the basket. Nice little reach. Come back with that one.
Playing with passion. Number 12 for the Eagles. Langford now. Fired a couple of bombs. There's Michelle Smith off the back of the rim. Does not go. The rebound grabbed by Katie Hall. She gives it to Dana Friesen, and the Eagles are away. They lead by 3 with 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Friesen penetrates, and she will draw the foul.
And by the looks of it, Julia Wilson just got nailed with her
They're going to call it on Kim Smith.
Oh. Well, a nice break for Julia Wilson. Here we see Dana Friesen taking a drive to the basket, and must have been a little reach in. Couldn't really see it.
It looked like both players made contact with the ball, but the officials are on the spot. We'll give them the benefit. And Friesen making her first trip to the line goes. The first one goes, and so does the second. 2 for 2 for Friesen.
She doesn't look to shoot a whole lot, but she's done more to give the ball off to her players.
That's only her first 2 points. And that time the defense was done by Cassie Bourne. MEI, nice move by Friesen to get away from Langford. Katie Hall hard to the basket. That shot's too low. The rebound is loose and Langford comes away with it. Heritage trail by 5. Friesen out to watch Langford.
Nice dump inside.
Wilson converts. So Wilson now with 8. Once she finds her scoring touch, she is going to be an awesome force in high school basketball.
You bet.
Cassie Bourne hard to the basket, does not go. Rebound is grabbed by Michelle Smith, and I believe Friesen is going to be called on the foul. She came in from behind, and that'll be her third.
Well, that's a little scary as a coach to have one of your key players 3 fouls this early in the third period, or third quarter rather.
Especially when she's going to be guarding Langford, and Langford could take the ball at her and force her to make the fouls. Smith kicks it outside. There's another Smith with the 3. It does not go for Kim, and the Eagles are away. Friesen almost lost it from behind. It's a great move by Wilson, and they're going to call her on the travel as she hit that floor hard.
She hit it good and hard. I'm just looking like she might have hit her chin on the ground there.
She seems to be okay, although in a little bit of discomfort.
Doesn't look like it phased her too bad.
Michelle Smith working against the double team, almost loses it. Shiloh Minor takes it hard, throws it up with the right hand, and doesn't go. And Katie Hall brings it away. 49-46 is the score. Hall for a long 2, and it is good.
Heritage has got to find an answer to Katie Hall if they got to have a chance to win this game.
Katie
She's
Hall
just on
is
fire.
25 points so far. She's going for a tournament high, or one of the high scores in a final game.
Oh.
And it's going to be MEI ball again as it trickled out of bounds.
Coach Langford asking for some refs to look at the holding.
And we're seeing Michelle Smith sitting down. She spent a lot of time sitting down even in the first half, which is unusual. And this is the lineup now that they've brought in number 11, Kelsey Smith, that the coach went to. There's a nice 3-pointer. Just when we were saying that Friesen doesn't score much, she bags a 3.
She takes her opportunities when they're there. She doesn't look to force the action offensively. She'd rather dish it out than, I think, take the big shots.
Langford for 3.
Danny Langford for an answer to that Friesen 3.
But as I was going to say about this lineup, when you have 11 and 20 in for Heritage Park, that's what they used against Lambrick Park yesterday near the end of the game, and that pulled out the victory for them.
A little bit bigger lineup. They got to do a better job controlling the rebounds, and with this lineup, they should do that.
Langford takes it over Smith, and she wants it. Taking it right at Dana Friesen, trying to get her in foul trouble, and that time the official called the offensive foul on Langford.
Tough break. Looked like the defender was a little too far under the basket to be able to get that call, but I'm not sure.
Well, one of the things everybody was talking about, Gary, was that these teams have met 6 times before today. We had a chance to ask Dana Friesen and Michelle Smith how that was going to affect play today, and this is what they had to say.
We both know each other very well, so we're not going to get anything easy. They know what we do best, we know what they do best. So I think it'll be an awesome final because it'll be such a tight game.
Yeah, we played them 6 times. We know them inside and out, so it'll be a tough game, but I think that we're ready for that one too.
Obviously, you play somebody that many times, you know all the tricks, all the different lineups they can throw at you.
But when you have a player who's on fire like Katie Hall, Heritage has got to find an answer to that. And they're not too far out of this. Like Danny Langford looks like she's starting to light it up again, and MEI will have to figure out a way to stop her too. So it's a battle of these 2 players who are having good offensive games, and both teams are doing things quite solidly. And yeah, they There'll be no tricks probably in this game. They've seen everything there is to see, I'm sure.
As we are on pace for an 80-point contest here. 5-point spread right now, MEI on top. That's Skeels giving it to Reimer, and inside they go to Bourne, and that was nice.
Oh, MEI breaking that press real easily. 2 passes for a score.
And here come the Highlanders. Langford, Friesen watching her, and Skeels coming over to help. She gets it to Shiloh Miner, throws it up off the rim, and the rebound, though, comes right back to Miner. They're going to call a foul on Reimer. And it looked like she got all ball.
She's got some quick hands, and I'm not sure where that foul occurred, but possibly the ref is anticipating maybe a push or a hand check, or I didn't see it happen, but unlucky break for Reimer.
Reimer will sit now, and coming into the game, Janelle Enns. Heritage Park trying to narrow this lead. They trail by 7, and what a shot for 3. Kelsey Smith bags the 3, and all of a sudden the lead is back down to 4 points. Friesen. Bourne now. Bourne throws up a long one, and it is good for 2. We mentioned Bourne had 30 points in the semifinals, and she's up to 9 now in limited action. Langford. Smith. Back to Langford. Friesen out in front of her. And there's going to be another foul. Who are they going to call it on, as Friesen was in there, but she got some help. And I believe, no, they're going to call it on Friesen. No. Ooh. Cassie Bourne. And that's Bourne's 3rd. Langford will go to the line, where she is 5 for 6. And that one is no problem. Langford's second does not go. The rebound, grabbed nicely by Wilson, but the shot just does not go.
She's working so hard on those boards. I just want a few of those to fall for her.
Wilson has got 8 points. She could easily have 18. Skeels in the crowd cannot get it to go, and a great board by Wilson, who draws the foul, and she gets the congratulations of her teammates. Well done, and a timeout being called. No, not a timeout.
Just a quick chat on the floor there.
That's what you call that, huh?
Sure.
Smith to Langford. 58-53, that's the score. Langford working off of Friesen. Tries to go in between the defense to Kelsey Smith, but it was picked off, sorry, to Kim Smith, but it was picked off by the defense of the Eagles. Janelle Enns. Back out to Friesen. Penetration to stolen by Langford.
Great help by Danny Langford to get in there and get her hands on that.
Langford now with it. Less than a minute to go in the 3rd quarter. 5-point game. Langford, no, that 3 does not go, as Friesen blocked it nicely. She'll take the feed and go to the basket, and it is good. No, good. Time winding down, they cannot get it to go, and there's going to be a foul, and it will be on number 7, Kim Smith.
Friesen did a great job getting a hand up on that 3-point attempt, and then just breaking out in transition. MEI doing a good job of looking up the court, head manning the ball, and
well, let's take a look at it.
Here we see the rebound and the foul.
And Enns goes to the line, her first trip, and the first one is good. 2 for 2, friends. 60-53 is the score. 7-point lead for MEI. Wide open look, but unable to pull the trigger is Lindsay Bile. Nobody watching her from the perimeter. Inside to Wilson. Wilson tries to go outside to Bile, and it's picked off.
Jody Skills getting a hand on that ball.
There's a three-pointer, no good. Rebound is going to be grabbed by MEI and up, and it's going to be a foul. So Heritage Park shooting themselves in the foot here late in the third quarter. They don't want to put themselves in a position where they have to come back from a double-digit lead. And let's take a look. They should have had that. They controlled it well, but the two players just separated from the ball. And that is good. Janelle Enns now coming in and showing she's a force from the line.
Well, she did a great job in the first half defending Danny Langford and just playing solid all-around defense. And here she comes in the second half, stepping it up a little more offensively.
2 seconds, and they won't even get a shot away. Langford doesn't even want to try it. A 9-point lead now for MEI Eagles. 62-53. I'm Kevin Cady. Joining me is Kerry Carlson. Happy to be with you for this presentation of Rogers Community Television Sports. And what a stage we have set here now for fourth quarter. But before we talk about that, let's check in with William Davis.
All right.
Thanks. Thank you, Kevin. I'm sitting courtside with Steve Ewan. Steve, thanks for joining us. And first of all, I'd like to commend you on the work you do on keeping you know, the mainstream media informed on what goes on in the high school ranks. How are you? Yeah, go ahead.
Thanks for that. I just think that there's a lot of great stories to be told out here. There's a lot of real fun stories, and with pro sports being overrun by bad actors and bad egos, I think, you know, it's kind of nice that we're out here telling these stories.
And there are, like you mentioned, a lot of stories to be told, and tonight is no exception. This is another great final, and they got quite the show to live up to from last year's final. How are you enjoying this one?
I think last year's final may have been the greatest high school game, girls game ever. But these two teams are really going at it, trying to make people forget that. It's going to be tough to top a 2-point game in overtime, so we'll have to see what the fourth quarter brings.
And now, Steve, Parity, the two teams that are most deserving here in the final this year.
MEI's got the best group of athletes. Heritage Park might be the best coach team, so I don't think it's a great surprise. I just think that from 1 to 8, every one of those teams had one particular talent and one particular flaw, and I think these teams did the best to kind of hide their flaws and work through their flaws. So it's not a great surprise that these are the two teams, but it really was awfully close this year.
Steve, thanks for this, and keep up the good work. Guys, back to you.
Well, always interesting to listen to Steve Ewan. And William, you should have mentioned to Steve that the game will air tomorrow at 4 o'clock, so he could put that in his column tomorrow. Back to the action. 62-55 is the score. Heritage Park with a quick 2-pointer to start the fourth quarter. Anybody's game, and inside they go. What a pass that was from Kim Smith to Kelsey Smith.
Heritage Park doing a good job of moving more offensively. We heard Coach Langford talk about that at the half. He wanted them to move more, set more screens, and we just saw a good example of that early on in this fourth quarter.
The Eagles working it around the perimeter. Penetration, and it's offensive foul.
Excellent. Julia Wilson getting to the spot. She held her ground straight up, didn't move the arms, and she did a good job of drawing that offensive foul.
Her second personal, team foul number 6.
And here come the Highlanders. 5 points separate these two teams. At stake, the provincial championships for 1999.
Nice look by Michelle Smith, taking it hard to the basket. A little too much on that pass. A little too hard to catch, and MEI is back with the ball here.
That shot doesn't go, and the rebound is grabbed by Julia Wilson. She gives it to Langford and quickly gets up court. Langford working off Friesen. Michelle Smith now stripped of the ball. And here come the Eagles, led by Dana Friesen. Inside the skills, she turns all kinds of time. So she has 8 points on the contest now.
Really well-rounded offensive effort by MEI. Lots of players getting looks at the basket.
Langford throws up a three, but she was rushed. That wasn't a very good shot selection. 7.5 minutes to go. 64-57. MEI on top. Oh, and what a way to jump up and get the ball for number 7, Kim Smith, but knocked out of bounds.
That's all right. That's the kind of play that can really pump your team up defensively. Great block, and let's see if Heritage can get a stop here and get the ball back.
There's a three for Friesen, does not go. The rebound is grabbed by Langford with a little help from Michelle Smith, and she is away quickly. To the basket and the foul on Skeels as Kelsey Smith was making a drive down the baseline.
Nice hard take to the basket. She got a little bump early, but then ended up getting called for the foul on the shot. Here we'll see her doing a little shot fake, little look at the basket, driving hard. There we see the bump. And going to the line for two. Heritage doing a good job when they've taken it hard to the basket. They've got the calls and have been able to get to the line.
Well, Kelsey Smith is making her second trip to the line. She was 2 for 2 last time, but her first this time does not go. Neither does the second, but she grabs the rebound, kicks it outside to Langford. There's a clear look for three, and it is no good. Rebound, though, grabbed by Michelle Smith, and they finally get it to go.
Heritage doing a good job getting after the offensive boards, retained 2 offensive possessions that time, and ended up with the basket.
Michelle Smith with 9 points on the contest. That's kind of quiet for her. Katie Hall cannot get it to go, and the rebound, it's loose underneath the basket. The officials are going to give it to, it looks like it took him a while to make up his mind. I believe he's going to call a foul on Kim Smith, yes.
Number 7 Heritage Park, Kim Smith. Her 4th personal, team foul number 5.
Friesen will inbound for the Eagles. They give it to Katie Hall. 25 points on the game so far. That one, no, does not go, but the rebound is grabbed by Dawn Gosselin, and she converts it for 2. Michelle Smith runs into her own player, Langford. A bit of a pick set up there, but Langford's got nowhere to go, and they're going to call her on the offensive foul again.
Dana Friesen just so quick to cut off any penetration. She's got some quick feet. She doesn't have to reach, doesn't have to grab. She just gets her feet to the spot quick, and that's outstanding.
We've got just over 6 minutes to go in the contest. 59 for Heritage Park, 66 for the MEI Eagles, who are on top and looking to be champions of the province for the first time in their school's history. Friesen inside, she gives it away. Easy 2 for Janelle Enns.
Woo, doing it all.
MEI has taken over this game the last 3 or 4 minutes. And Heritage Park is going to have to get back into it real quick here. Plenty of time to go. But they've got to get some buckets and get some stops. Langford working on Friesen. Friesen takes the dive and throws off the shot. Langford cannot get it to go. Going to call a jump ball, and it's going to be, once again, possession arrow.
I believe they actually just called a foul on Janelle Enns of MEI. Julia Wilson had possession of that ball, and Enns reached in there and grabbed a hold of her arm along with the basketball, so she'll get that foul.
Which will send Julia Wilson to the line, where she is 2 for 6. Let's take a look at it. the action under there.
We see the bouncing ball. Wilson grabs it, and yeah.
Unwilling to give up on the ball. They try to grab it even when they're on the floor. You take a look at the head coach for MEI, Tim Smith, trying to find out from the officials what exactly is going on with their call of that last play. Gives them a little tap on the back and says, don't forget, you're doing a good job. And there's Bruce Langford huddled in. His daughter has played outstanding for his team. 5 3-pointers, a field goal, and 6 for 8 from the line. But his team trails by 9.
Yeah, I mean, both teams have done a really good job, played really well, but it might come down to the free throws here. Heritage Park missing a lot throughout the game, and MEI doing an excellent job of hitting from the line, and it may come down to a few baskets where those free throws could be the difference.
Well, in the first 2 quarters, Heritage Park was 11 for 17, and MEI, fantastic, 13 for 15, 86% over from the line.
Well, let's see if Julia Wilson can step up and hit these 2 free throws. Certainly needed points at this
She
point
knows
in the
it.
game.
And in the semifinals, she had a bit of problems with the pressure late in the game when it was close. She knows her team needs them.
Oh, there you go. Pressure, what pressure? She's in grade 9. She's in a AAA championship. Woo.
Well, was talking to her yesterday.
Atta girl. She stepped up.
Was talking to her yesterday after the game, and I said, you're only in grade 9. This must be, you know, pretty awesome for you to be, you know, in basketball at this level. And she told me, no, I've been playing for a whole year now. And there she is down on the floor. And she actually has a case. She is telling the official my foot was on the other side of the line. The official...
Yeah, I don't know about that one. She wasn't... She'd come from the backcourt, and then she fell, and she was basically on the line, so it didn't look like she really entered her front court, so...
Well, the call will go against Heritage Park, but there she is with a big block. She almost blocked that one with her forehead.
She's fine. You take away my steal, I'll just block it.
Look at that at the other end. Julia Wilson comes alive.
This kid's stepping up.
68-63.
Oh, this is awesome.
4-0 run for Heritage, and they need it. They would love to get a stop here, and look at that. That pass from Dana Friesen went out of bounds and went right to Heritage Park head coach Bruce Langford, who gave the big golf birdie stroke celebration sign. And a timeout and a little bit of momentum shifting here. I got to feel that that's happening.
Yeah, Heritage Park looking pretty pumped in that little timeout over there. They still got to, you know, MEI, the older team, a little more veteran players. I don't think they're going to lose their composure, and Heritage Park has got to be able to sort of contain that energy and enthusiasm and be able to knock down their shots and keep attacking the basket.
Offense is to move the ball.
As you take a look at Tim Smith and his team, the MEI Eagles.
Let's move the ball and attack. Tough defense now.
For sponsoring the event. And special thanks to the UBC.
The one thing that we talked about, though, Kerry, was that MEI has had a pretty easy road here in the tournament. They didn't play in any close games. Is that going to be a factor if it's this close coming down to the last couple of minutes?
It could, but again, they've got some older players, and Hall and Friesen they're pretty composed and confident, and I don't think they're going to be the types of player that will get out of their game too much and get too rattled. So I don't think they do that, but mind you, Heritage Park is looking pretty pumped up, and what do we got here?
Another timeout? Or they want to...
Oh, something to do with the shot clock, probably.
Oh, the shot clock wasn't rolling. It was late to start. Fans of varsity sports on Rogers Community Television will have known about our coverage of Simon Fraser University. They were playing the 3rd game of a best-of-3 today up on Burnaby Mountain, and they defeated Lewis and Clark 64-58. So one of the rare times Simon Fraser has had to even go to a 3rd game, but they dug down and pulled it out. There's a 3 by Langford, doesn't go.
I thought that was going in, and this crowd would have gone nuts.
Friesen now penetrates, stops, little jumper, and it's good.
She's been able to get too deep into Heritage zone. She's been able to dish it off. She finally takes one on herself there and tosses it up there. Makes the easy two. She's been able to do that all night.
Heads up player, if she sees the opening, she'll take it. And that was a heads up play there by Julia Wilson, who didn't try to get a hand on that ball as it was going out of bounds. She knew it was touched by MEI and let it roll out. So the grade 9 student showing some poise out there. Langford inside, Michelle Smith turns, off of the rim, doesn't go. She gets the rebound, and that time it's in.
Excellent job. Julia Wilson helping her keep that one alive again, and she went in there, ripped down the board, and put it back for two, and 5-point lead for MEI.
Katie Hall has been quiet here. 7 points in the second half. That time the job was done by Casey Bourne.
Katie Hall maybe a little bit quiet, but some of her teammates are sure stepping it up here.
Michelle Smith with a little jumper, doesn't go. Rebound grab by Friesen. 65-72. The MEI Eagles with 3.5 minutes to go look poised here to win their first ever girls AAA basketball championships. And Hall, what a play! 28 points for Katie Hall.
So much for being quiet.
And that time they're going to call Jocelyn Reimer on the foul as she nearly spun Julia Wilson around trying to intercept that pass. Let's take a look at that. Langford controlling things as always.
Wilson, nice cut. And the foul. Reimer almost got in there to steal it, but a little too much contact to let that one go.
Once again, freshman at the line, nothing but net. She's actually 5 for 8.
She stepped it up the second half.
13 points for Julia Wilson. That's second in scoring on her team. 2 for 2. And Heritage Park calls a quick timeout. That's one of the things that Julia Wilson was saying yesterday as well, was that she's got to be able to hit those free throws. So she's come out and done it well.
Yeah, especially being a post player, you're going to get the ball inside, and you know it's very physical down there, and you probably will get fouled a lot. And that's been the case tonight. She's been fouled quite a few times and hasn't been able to knock it down the first half, but second half she's really stepped it up and been able to knock them down.
Well, both these schools, as we've mentioned several times in the broadcast, Heritage Park and MEI, this is their first trip to the final. We talked to some of their players, and this is what they said it means to their respective schools.
Okay, so let's take care of the ball, keep our composure.
Fans, we have awesome support, yeah.
We're really excited. We've been confident all year, so the school's behind us and everybody's behind us, so we're really excited. We're excited to play Heritage for the 7th time, and we're ready to go.
For the 7th time?
Yeah, she probably.
I don't know how excited she is.
There's probably 14 other teams she would have rather played than Heritage Park.
Well, especially because they know that they're going to get a real fight from these girls, and both teams that, you know, we talked about battled six times previously, and
is William Davis up there in a kilt? No, I guess he wasn't allowed to join the group. I'm sure he tried. Dana Friesen now, Langford watching her. They work it down low. Cassie Bourne, they kick it around outside now. Friesen has it. She's got a look. She's going to try to make the move on Dana Langford. Cannot do it. Back out they go. Reimer with a 3, and it is good. Oh, just for 2.
Unbelievable.
And Reimer has 10 now. Langford for 3.
Oh, she's been able to answer every big shot from MEI. Just when you think MEI is going to pull it away, Danny Langford has stepped up and knocked down a huge shot.
Friesen now. We're down to 2 minutes in this contest. 76 for MEI, 70 for Heritage Park. Katie Hall, the player of the game so far. Reimer being watched by Miner, goes up and big contact that time by number 7, Kim Smith.
And unfortunately for Kim Smith, That's it. She's out of the game. Very upset over on the bench.
It was a foul she probably had to take.
And this is also her last game as a high school basketball player. Was that on Kim or Michelle?
It was on Kim Smith.
Oh, forget that. She's got a few more years. She'll be back.
That's right. So she can afford to sit these last 2 minutes.
So many Smiths. Here we see good ball movement. Nice take by Reimer, freezing up there for a little bit of a screen. And, tough call. Must have been some contact down low, because definitely was clean up top on the shot.
But yeah, you're right about the Smiths. Michelle Smith is a grade 12 student, but when you see a player like Kim Smith in grade 9 and Julia Wilson in grade 9, you know that this Heritage Park team is going to be around for a while.
Definitely. Danny Langford only in grade 11, so they're going to be back here next year, definitely.
Reimer makes no mistake about it.
MEI real solid from the line tonight.
And the lead is now 8 points with 1 minute and 51 seconds to go. 78-70. This is where Heritage Park is going to have to score quickly and get some stops. What a shot by Julia Wilson. Wilson was 16 now.
Got some full court pressure by Heritage, trying to trap the ball.
The worst part is there's nobody to really send to the line.
Nice block
by Wilson. And that's the stop they needed to get back in it. Plenty of time.
Look for Langford to light it up here.
Langford from way out. That was a poor shot, I think. With over 1 minute to go, they could have set up for the 2. They were only down 6.
Yeah, they didn't need to shoot it that quickly. They could have looked to run Langford off maybe some more screens.
And Langford calls time, but when you've hit 6 long ones already, you kind of get the feeling that you can hit them all, maybe.
Yeah, but that one was a little ill-advised, especially with over 1 minute left and 6 points. You know, that's just a couple baskets for Danny. But
maybe take it into the paint, try to draw the foul, 3-point play.
Yeah, it's been working. They've been taking it to the glass, getting the fouls, dishing off to Julia Wilson, who's been really hot this second half.
Well, let's take a look at it, Carrie.
Oh, there we see Julia Wilson's block from behind. Offensive player beat her, but she wasn't too worried, just stuck one of those long arms up there and stripped her from behind. Good defensive play.
And the officials now are eyeing up the boys in the band over there. I believe they're MEI supporters, and I don't think the officials like the idea that they're making a lot of racket when the Heritage Park players are going to the line. But we'll see what happens there. 1 minute and 7 seconds to go. 78-72 is the score. The MEI Eagles on top of the Heritage Park Highlanders.
And I was just going to say, Heritage will probably start fouling at this point because they need to get the ball back. And MEI is going to obviously try and use up as much clock as possible each possession they have. So we will stroll to the line and
well, this is what you got to do. The problem is, who do you send to the line from
I'm
MEI?
not sure. I was just thinking about that, and I think everyone's been able to knock them down. So
Reason will get it to go. This is only her second trip to the line. And nothing but net. Here comes Langford now. Clock was a little slow in starting. A break for Heritage Park. There's the 3, and that's not going to go. I think they're asking a lot for Langford here if they're expecting her to make, 3 or 4 3-pointers to end this game.
Not fouling. Looking to get a...
Well, I don't think they wanted to foul Friesen, and then when they saw that it was Katie Hall that she gave the ball to, they didn't want to foul her either.
Well, they're going to try and keep the ball in those girls' hands because they've been they've been all world tonight. But they got to stop the clock as soon as possible.
Friesen has got to be into the 10 assists by now. She's 5 for 5 from the line, which gives her 10 points. So probably another double-double for Dana Friesen.
Toss-ins and steals and deflections. It's an outstanding game.
It'll be a toss-up on who to give player of the game to should MEI hang on and win this one, because Katie Hall has had an outstanding game as well. Shiloh Minor for 3 does not go. Smith goes up for the rebound. Katie Hall will hang on to it. And the possession arrow is going to go to Heritage Park.
They're calling a foul, looks like, as MEI's walking to the free throw line. And MEI out
82-72.
Knowing this one's wrapped up.
Katie Hall at the line for MEI.
MEI have been the favorites all season long, but this was a contest that was much anticipated. Heritage Park from Mission, nothing to complain about. They made it to the final for the first time, and they're going to be an outstanding team next season, as you mentioned. So lots to look forward to if you're a Heritage Park fan. 9 for 10 from the line now for Katie Hall. If she can make this, she does. Maybe a triple-double. Points for Katie Hall on the contest. Wilson cannot get it to go. Punched out of bounds. And it's going to go to MEI with 19.9 seconds to go.
And this crowd ready to jump out of their seats.
And the officials don't like the way that was brought into play, so they're going to do it all over again. So, player of the game.
Ooh.
For MEI, you got Katie Hall, Dana Friesen. I think those are your two choices. Friesen has been the general here, and she was just dumped again, this time by Shiloh Minor.
Well, Katie Hall really lit it up offensively. It was knocking down all kinds of shots. And then there's Dana Friesen, who sort of sat back a little more, looked to dish, created the offense, set the tempo, played outstanding defense. I don't know. It's a real toss-up. Did you co-MVP? Who knows?
I should have known you to come up with something to get yourself off the hook there, Carrie.
Very non-committal, aren't I?
Co-MVP. Very sitting on the fence-ish. Perfect from the line, 8 for 8.
Well, if I have to go out on a limb, I think throughout the tournament, from the games I've seen, I would have to go with Dana Friesen, as she's really been the key to her team's success consistently throughout the tournament.
Look at that by Julia Wilson, who is setting the stage for the future. And now the crowd goes crazy.
Holy smokes. The
crowd goes crazy. The MEI Eagles have won their first ever girls AAA Provincial Basketball Championship game. And they did it in convincing fashion, 86-74. Just an outstanding display of basketball at this level in this province. We're still very strong.
And it's tough to see the poor Heritage Park girls over there, but they have to be proud of the games they played. And that group for sure will be back next year, and they'll probably be the AAA favorite.
As I'm looking over, and we can see Julia Wilson upset. Number 10, Jessie Bennett. 6, Michelle Smith, her final season. Dana Langford. These girls put it all on the line when they're out here. And losing is never something that you want to get used to.
No, you don't. And they're not used to it. They're obviously they're not going to like this too much, but they're fighters. They're competitive. They talked about being at the gym at 6 o'clock in the morning. Michelle Smith was talking about that. And these girls really work hard and have worked hard all year, and I don't think things will change. And Bruce Langford, outstanding coach, and he's been probably one of the premier coaches throughout the years. And he'll have this crew back next year.
Well, Coach Langford, his players were all lined up there nice and straight, ready to shake hands. Last thing they wanted to do, and of course the MEI Eagles are celebrating and being mobbed by their fans, and it was good to see Coach Langford come and take his players out of here so that they could go and talk about it themselves in private. Now let's see if William Davis has survived that scrum down there. William, how you doing?
I'm doing great, guys. Once again this year, I get to come down here and celebrate with these guys. Guys, this looks and feels great, doesn't it?
Sure does. We worked hard for this all year. We never got credit, and now we do.
Your defense did it all, and right you are. And how about this game? I mean, you guys have met. This is the 7th time you've met the same Heritage Park team. Do you appreciate these guys, and do you appreciate the fact that you guys could come above them and with your defense and great offense win these?
They're awesome competition. They make us work better, and playing them 7 times made us the better team.
Now you stepped it up, and you seem to be making some key plays and key shots for your team throughout the game. How did you feel out there?
Oh, it just felt great out there. It was hard work, but we did it.
You did, and how about you? You're the floor general. Everybody knows that. You came out here and you gave them a great ride. And you told us pregame, you know, it's easy for me. I just give them the ball, and these guys know how to score.
They sure do, and they scored tonight, and we won the game.
So what do you think right now, guys?
We're just so excited. We worked all year for this.
Guys, thanks a lot, and I'll let you guys get to your players. Everybody's just having a ball down here. Kevin, Katie, I love this. Back to you guys.
Woo. William having some fun there with the celebrating team. Good to see. I think she summed it up well when she said this is what they've been working for all year, and they finally achieved it.
Yeah, it's a long road to get to this final game, and she also made an interesting point that by playing Heritage Park 6 times previous, and now for a 7th time, it's made them a better team, and that's probably true when you play competition as tough as Heritage Park every night, or not every night, but often. That's going to make you a better team to overcome those challenges, to play tough matches, and maybe that's, you know, why they're the champs. They've had tough competition all year, and Friesen saying they didn't get the credit, and I guess they're feeling really proud about this victory.
Well, we've talked a little bit about Heritage Park and how they will be back next year. Let's take a look at a replay of the champions, the MEI Eagles, and one great play, Gosselin giving the ball to Hall and Hall putting it away. Let's take a look at that. So we see the action here. We're picking up the trailing end of it, and in it goes. No, there's the rebound, grabbed by number 11, Dawn Gosselin. So that was the other way around than the way I explained it. Katie Hall gave the ball to Gosselin, and she finished off.
The outcome was the same. They finished with a easy 2, good offensive board. MEI really had some role players who stepped up off the bench, and really were key for their team's success.
So this MEI team, in the first half, Katie Hall really burnt them up, 20 points to lead the way. She finished off with 10 more in the second half for 30 points, probably 10 rebounds as well, so a double-double at least, 10 for 10 from the line. You've got to love that. Let's take a look at some of her action. She just had a fantastic game.
Really solid all-around effort. Here we see her, good strong post up, nice strong move to the basket. And she was able to do that all night, make some 3-point plays by taking the foul, making the basket count. She hit from the outside. She just had a really excellent game.
She was pumped for it. A lot of her family and friends around. Her father watching, as we mentioned, the director of athletics up at Trinity Western. He'll definitely be trying to recruit her so that his team will be a little bit stronger as they prepare to compete in the CIAU next year.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a couple players on this MEI team he'd love to scoop up and have at Trinity Western. Who knows?
Well, talking to her yesterday, she hadn't decided on that just yet. So they're gonna be getting to some awards first. But let's check in with William Davis. He's got Danny Langford with him. William.
Thanks, guys. I am here down on the court. Danny, valiant effort. You came out here gunning. Man, you were making some shots from downtown. You guys really gave them a fight, and you've been playing them all year. Obviously, it's a bitter pill to swallow here, but you guys gave them a run, didn't you?
Yeah, we worked really hard. They played very well as a team. They probably had a whole bunch of players with like over 10 points or so, and they really contributed. We tried to play as hard as we could, and we just stuck together as a team through the end, which was good to see. And we're young, so let's hope we can come back and do it again next year.
You guys were in a tough division. You played all year against these guys, but you guys came out and really took them to the limit here. I mean, you guys really gave them a good ride, and 7 games, you did every time, didn't you?
Yeah, you're right. That was our 7th time we played them. It's been close. It's never been over till the end. They played very well, and we played well. They're more athletic than they are. They're older. They have more experience, but we gave them a run for their money, which was good.
Danny, you got some kind of shot out there. I mean, you got an eye for it. You're just one of those players who knows how to score. Did you look to do that now, and are you going to try and be doing that next year?
Oh yeah, of course. I looked to do it today because we needed a leader, and it was said that I was a non-factor in some of the games, and I was hoping to be a factor in this one. And yeah, I'll continue doing it next year and continue to be a leader, hopefully.
Well, Danny, you did do it tonight. You lit up that board, and you were a great leader. And again, congratulations. You have nothing to be holding your head low about. You guys did a great job. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
There you have it, guys. There's always a winner, and there's always someone who comes away in a silver medal. We're going to take a break right now here, and we'll continue covering this final game. And your final score is 86-74. MEI is the 50th anniversary BC Girls High School champions.
The Battle of the Parks, Lambrick against Heritage. This is pretty much the scene when they take roll call every morning in the Global Newsroom. Lambrick Park in blue, and that is Melissa Edwards with 2 of her 10 points. She had a big game tonight. She had 12 boards to go with those 10 points. This one close all the way. Heritage Park connecting from long distance here. It's Danny Langford. She had 22 points. The final, Heritage Park 55, Lambrick Park 52. Langford continues to be a force for the second-seeded Highlanders, while the Pride will now look to take home 3rd spot in the championship. Allison McNeil keeping an eye on the high school talent. SFU with a big game tomorrow night. London in green taking on MEI in the second semi tonight. And that's Dana Friesen right here with just a dandy pass coming up to Cassie Bourne. The Eagles going after their first provincial title ever. London doing their best to stop them. Heather McEwen with the bucket there. Not nearly enough. Eagles win 63-46. Cassie Bourne finished with 28 for the top-ranked Eagles. Jesse Evans had 16 in the losing cause. It'll be MEI versus Heritage Park for all the marbles tomorrow night out at Cap College. Game time 8:15.
Provincial title.
Danny's here, Julia's here. If they are pressing and fronting Danny, you're coming to ball, and she's going down floor, and you're looking to hit her.
They spent a while ranked #1 in the province, but Bruce Langford and his Heritage Park Highlanders from Mission were the underdogs in the 50th Provincial Girls AAA Final. The MEI Eagles, also from the Fraser Valley, coming into the game having lost only 2 games all season, but both of those losses happened to come against Heritage Park. First basket of the game, Heritage guard Danny Langford with the 3-pointer. She's a daughter of the head coach. MEI now, Jocelyn Reamer with the steal. Katie Hall follows up on the rebound. Heritage ahead by 4 points after the first. Hall would give the Highlanders fits throughout the game. 2 points and the foul. MEI up by 2 points, and Hall is on her way to a 30-point game.
Double! Double!
The Highlanders, though, go stone cold in the second quarter. They go without a field goal for over 7 minutes in the second. Danny Langford getting her team back in the game, though, with a pair of three-pointers late in the second. She's on her way to 28, and it's tied at 41 at the break.
Kim's on Kate. We're flipping, okay? And we're playing tough defense now, okay?
Tim Smith trying to lead his Eagles to their first provincial championship since 1970. Second half now. Cassie Bourne, number 7 for MEI. Baseline shot. And MEI is on their way in the third. Later, it's Katie Hall once again right to the hoop and another basket. Everything going well for the Eagles here, but not so for the Highlanders.
Don't foul, don't foul.
Langford on the drive, but she's called for the charge. Big momentum swing here, and the Eagles take a 9-point lead into the final quarter. The Highlanders draw to within 5 points in the late going, but it's the veteran Eagles with 7 grade 12 players out of 9 who hang on to win the provincial championship by an 86-74 final.
What an unreal feeling. I mean, we struggled a little bit last year, and then to go only 2 losses this year and 2 against them, that's awfully rewarding.
You couldn't ask for a better series. We played them 7 times. They made us stronger every time. They make us better, and they work hard. They're awesome opponents.
Nice way to graduate.
It's very nice. We worked hard. We worked for 2 years for this, and our whole team stepped up today.
Let's show you.
seat. And you can congratulate each player as their name is called from this championship team. First of all, player number 5, playing a guard forward position. Number 7, all-tournament, all-star on the BC. BC Tournament, most valuable player. Number 10, playing guard position, Andrea Ravel. Number 13, playing a forward guard position, Janelle N. Number 22, playing a guard position, Nadine Reiner. Playing forward, number 32, Julie Steele. Manager, Melissa Lowen. Assistant coach, Norbert Morgan. Head coach, Mr. Tim Smith. This team has had a history-making season. It's the first time in our school's history, in over 54, 55 years, that any senior girls team, in fact, that any girls team, has ever won a provincial championship. In fact, if you look at the trophy here later, if you go through the 50 years that the tournament's been in existence, only 2 Abbotsford teams have ever won the tournament. In 1904, Abbotsford won the tournament, and of course this year we did. So it gives you an idea of how difficult it is to win a championship. We really congratulate you girls for an awesome season. For the year, the girls have played 32 games, they've won 30 and lost 2. They lost 2 to the great opponents from Heritage, and won against in the final. Just a quick summary, they won several tournaments throughout the year. They began the year by winning the city championship here. They won the Elgin Park tournament in Surrey. They placed second, losing to Heritage in the final at the Centennial Top 10 tournament. They traveled to Edmonton to play in the Vic Redmond tournament. And in the final, they met a team that was rated as the number 2 team in the nation. There was a player on the team there who played on the junior national team. And the girls came from behind in the second half to win the tournament and defeat the team. They did a great job. They went on to the Fraser Valleys and won that tournament convincingly, defeating Heritage again in the final. And then it was off to the BCs. They won their first game against JL Pro, 85-42. They defeated Kitsilano in the quarterfinal, 67-49. CE London in the semifinal, 63-46. And Heritage Park in the final game, 86-74. Just like to, there's many things you can say about the team, and some people are going to have an opportunity to talk. But I would just like to say that when I observe this team, I see a team that is very, very full advocating goals for a long time to win a provincial championship, and they worked hard and practiced hard to achieve those goals. When you watch them play, one of the things I was really impressed with is they played as a team. Even when they got down, or a situation got tense, or there was a turnover, or there was some problem that occurred on the floor, never once did I see any one of the players on the floor make a put down or make any kind of comments to indicate that there was disappointment with the other team. And for that, each one of you has been given a lot of talent. God has blessed you with a lot of athletic ability. One of the comments we often heard, or you read about in the papers, and you guys got lots of press in the Vancouver and local papers, is that there was a lot of natural athletic ability that God has given to each one of you. And I think we need to give him credit as well for the ability that he gives to each one of us, not just the girls on the stage. Use that talent to honor him. Girls, it was an absolute pleasure to watch you throughout the season. We were thrilled in the BCs, and it had us nervous a couple times. You know, my heart was racing in that pitch line game a little bit, and in the final as well. But you guys pulled through, and we are very, very proud of what you have accomplished. You're an awesome team, and you deserve every recognition at this time, Coach's got some game film ready to go for the final game.
They spent a lot of rank number one in the province, but Bruce Langford and his Heritage Park Highlanders from Mission were the underdogs in the 50th Provincial Girls Triple-A Final. The MEI Eagles also from the Fraser Valley got into the game. First basket of the game, Heritage guard Danny Langford with a three-pointer. Jocelyn Reamer with the steal. Give the Highlanders fits throughout the game. 2 points and the foul. MEI up by 2 points and holds on their way to the game. The Highlanders, though, go stone cold in the second quarter. They go with a field goal throw for 7 minutes in the second. She's on the way to 28 and it's time 41 at the break. Second half now, Cassie Moore, number 7 for MEI, baseline shot. Later, it's Katie Hollins again, right to the hoop, and another basket. Islanders. Langford on the drive, she's called for the charge. Big momentum here, and the Eagles take a 9-point lead into the final quarter. The Highlanders go. Eagles, 7 grade 12 players out of 9. They got to the provincial championship by 86-74.
At this time, we'd like to give the captains an opportunity to share with us a little bit about how they felt. And after they finish, the coaches have a few words to say as well. So I don't know who's first.
Being a captain this year was the greatest honor in the world. I mean, being a member of this team, I came
tell me once again that, you know, all year long, I've had the privilege of watching an incredible, entertaining basketball team. And, you know, the Grizzlies are quite a ways away from this team right here. I'd just like to mention two things as I've been thinking about the year. Two things that have really impressed me about this team. First of all, coming together as a team. There are ups and downs. There's all kinds of things that you need to go through in order to get a team working. But this team hung in there all year, and at the end, I think we can truly say that we were a team. And that is incredible. And that you don't experience that all the time as a coach. And to me, that was very meaningful. Also, I was really impressed with the improvement that this team had as the year went on. I remember coming to the gym before our season started, and we called it kind of, you know, they get a run in. And I watched the team play, and really what I saw was individuals on the floor doing their thing. But as the year went on, we went to, you know, I remember playing Heritage and losing by, I think it was 16 points that night. And once again, you know, we just, I mean, it was incredible, the ability, but we weren't a team. And as the year went on, the whole team aspect really started to take place. And I think the championship game was just awesome. I totally agree. That was just an incredible game, and it was a real team effort. And I was really proud of the way that all worked out. I'm also very thankful to God for allowing us to go through this whole thing. God was incredible throughout the whole event. When I think about it, you know, for the whole time, I mean, we had some injuries. We didn't have any serious injuries. We had some girls getting sick every now and then, but the Lord was good. He answered our prayer and helped us stay together all year and helped us win a championship. And I just want to give all the credit to God for what happened in our season. The other thing that I am really impressed about that has really made an impact on my life is to be able to coach a team that knows how to raise their level of play one notch higher to win. And I asked my wife yesterday, I think I've coached about 17 or so years. And it's not very often that you get to coach a team where you say to them, listen, you guys, we need to raise this one notch higher. We need to dig in a little deeper. And you can watch them do it. And I just want to once again say that was just incredible. Watching that whole thing. Especially parents for their support. You know, I think it's fantastic. It would never happen without your support and you being there for this team. I'd also like to thank my colleagues, fellow teachers, and students who came to our games and supported our team throughout the year. I'd like to thank our administration. It was just awesome for the help, you know, that helped us through the year. Also, I would like to take this opportunity to also express my thanks to Tim, Mr. Smith, okay, my fellow coach. I think Mr. Smith is an incredible coach, and you know, as the season wore on, it got a little scary between him and I, because you know, he would say something, and I know what he was going to say. Or I'd be saying something, he knew what I was going to say. It got to that point that in the finals, we had this halftime get-together, and I mean, I knew exactly what we were going to do. I mean, it was just uncanny. And Tim, thanks for the opportunity to work with you. You're awesome. To be part of this wonderful experience. Thanks.
rallies, one of the things that impressed me was we had a game where we could not score a basket at all. And the thing that the girls stepped up was the defense. And there was a terrible quote, a misquote in the Vancouver Sun that said the defense, consensus says defense wins championships. And that's one of the things that came through. And you look at what we did at Heritage in the final, we were able to play some good defense. And so that was awesome. Last thing I have to say is girls thanks to them. It was an unbelievable season.
To our team captains, the trophy that was presented on Saturday. So David, Katie, you can come forward. We did something, and we didn't contact your parents to get